Please review the disclosures. Nothing written, expressed, or said here should be looked at as investment advice or an admonition to buy, sell, or trade any security or financial instrument. The Lund Loop is for informational purposes only. Hey everybody, welcome to the daily update for Thursday, October 2nd. Whoop, I had a little brain fade there. October 2nd, 2025. If you are a paid Lund Loop subscriber and you're not yet in the Discord, get in there. We're doing some new revamping. We've got some ticker symbol categories, channels, YouTube channels, image, chart channels. Not done yet, but we're working on them. So that you can just come in at the end of the day, go right through here, see what people are looking at, what they're thinking of, what resources they are posting. And of course, if you're there during the day, you can see the live conversation. There's usually about 125, give or take. We're after hours now, so people drop off. But I think there's 500 people altogether registered for the Discord, and there's like 125 to 130 on a given day. If you're not a paid subscriber, come on. We've just been coining this thing called money lately. I'm telling you, like, you could have paid for your Lund Loop subscription for generations. What would one of those stocks be? Well, I'll tell you what. This stock here called ASTS, hello. I mentioned this in the Twitter, in the Discord, in the daily update, in the internets. Back here on the 17th, I was waiting for my cousin at a craft beer bar. So I had to do this chart on my phone. And it said, we get above 42. And then it pushed through 44 would confirm it. We were trading about 40 at that point. And what are we at today? Hi-oh, 66. What's that? 65% return. That's when I posted that crappy chart. And it has just been rockets through. And again, I put it on the green list right here. So, yeah. All right. So today's episode of the daily update, today's after school special, is entitled Looking for a Reason to Sell. Why? Because for this whole period here, basically this period here, the bears have been getting so vocal on FinTwit, even in the Discord. People talking about market's going to crash and they're going to shut down the government and we're not going to have any, labor statistics, whatever, and so I'm a human being. I get nervous, like, maybe I should sell, maybe I should, and I've tried to get to cash multiple times this year. It's like that meme from Godfather 3. I try to get out, they pull me back in. I get to these big plateaus, I got a lot of cash, and then I just start seeing setups and I put it back in. So the point is, it's been a little nerve-wracking here internally. Like, we keep it real here in the Lund Loop. Seriously, I'm not going to bullshit you and go, technicals, and I sleep fine at night and everything. It's been a little nerve-wracking, and I don't know why. Why is that? When a stock drops, you go, it'll come back. You'll hold on to a stock that drops and be, well, whatever, I'll just give it time. But when things are going up day after day after day, when you're relentlessly seeing your P&L go up by 5-6-figure amounts on a regular basis, people get nervous. Why? Because we don't want to lose what we have, right? When you're losing money on a stock, you don't have anything. So, it'll come back. But when you have something in your hands, you don't want to lose it. So anyway, I've really had to gird myself and go, okay, anything technically wrong here was a little bit, but we've stuck with them. We've stuck with all these different names. And so today in the Discord, before the open, I posted every single position I have and what I was thinking about it, because I'm looking for a reason to sell. What is wrong with my thesis here? Is there anything technically wrong that is telling me I should sell? And I came up with 0 bupkis. I've got some names that are options. I'm totally okay losing the premium on those if I do. I've got some that are a little bit longer term that I'm willing to pick up over time and trade around. I've got some that are in a drawer, right? And the ones that are outsized, which is basically ASTS, right? I started de-risking today. So when we got up into this area here, I started transitioning from commons into longer term options that I will put in my, retirement fund and just not worry about, because this has been a ripper. But so I de-risk this, so I'm fine. paying a little bit of premium to get limited downside and still big upside. But yeah, this market has just been incredible. If we're going to look at the green and the orange list, and we're just going to see things that are just going to the moon. It's crazy. All right, so where does that leave us? Well, first let's go through today's action. So we got that gap up today, and then we sold off very precariously. And I think people were like, "Oh, this is it. This is the big jump and dump. We're going to have a bearish engulfing day." We came all the way down here, bounced, and then we were not able to get past that low there. Firmed up. What did we do? Let's all say it together. We recaptured the moving averages, then we start seeing the spread. Then we recapture the close. Then we start ramping up. We get back above previous day's high, and we close in the middle of this range, but certainly off the lows. If you look at the Qs actually a little bit higher in the range, right? Look at IWM. Look at that. That's a great sign right there, because we're just waiting for IWM to break out from that massive base. Speaking of that massive base, let's go through the dailies here, and then we'll look at all the macros, and then we'll see what the changes are on the watch list.